All them skills. Alright. Kurt's leveling up like a real thief in basic D&D or Beck me. Okay, so I've got all the treasure in this room, so there's really no reason to walk any further. So now I gotta walk out of here. Alright, so let's see. I think I'm gonna run. I'm getting pretty low on resources. If I encounter a cockatrice, I'm gonna be tempted to fight that for the bestiary, but I might just run. Get out of there, come on. Alright. So now I've just gotta walk out of here. I said that already, but it's a concern. Like, I might not be able to make it back out. I think I'll be alright. I'm leveled up more than I normally am when I do this kind of run because of the Renaissance extras. If you've never played Final Fantasy 1, I don't recommend playing this first. I'm sorry to say, because, and it's just because I'm kind of hardcore like that, and I think this is just too easy. If you want to play it and play just to play through it, just to kind of experience it, and you want to play on easy mode, have at it. But I don't recommend this one. I recommend Final Fantasy Restored. I think I mentioned that before, which is another hack. Well, this isn't a hack, but Final Fantasy Restored is really just a Final Fantasy 1 hack. I would like to play this game in the just the bug fix mode, where it's just the original game, but no extras, just to try to make the definitive version of Final Fantasy 1. I would like to give that a go. I haven't done that yet. To compare it to Restored. But I'm probably going to play Restored for the channel before I do that. Because I love Restored. I think a lot of really good work was done on Final Fantasy Restored. And Final Fantasy Restored is customizable, which is another thing I think is cool about it. You can make it more or less like Origins. They actually did the Origins boss fight music in it, which I don't ever turn that on, because you can only turn on so many things. So I think, if I remember right, I turn it on to make it as much like the original Final Fantasy as possible, but with like little things. Like, I like having the ability to I think I turn on blue menus to make it look like what I'm familiar with as Final Fantasy, the way it looks. And I think I enable double hit points for bosses, because I like to make things more difficult. Honestly, can't remember. I've got a ROM that's already modified, and I can't remember how I modified it, to be perfectly honest. And every time I want to play the game, I just make a copy of that ROM with a different party. I think we're doing pretty good about getting out of here so far. I've been very lucky to not run into a cockatrice. That has ruined my run more than once. Man, Roland is just having a rough time avoiding poison. Alright, we're almost out of here. Wasn't so bad at all. And it looks like I've got quite a bit of money too, which is great. No time for gargoyles. Alright. Let's use a tent to save our game. Okay, so I'm going to try to go back to Melmond, and from there I'm probably going to go to Canaria and restock. How much money do I have? 64,000. Let's see. Let's see what kind of stuff I can buy in Melmond. I think I'll rest in Canaria too, since I've got tents to save my game. I need to see where Ruben's at on spells, so he can learn level 4 spells now. I think those are back at Elfland, so there's a reason to go to Elfland as well. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I usually can't afford it, so I'm going to go ahead and get it. Who's got some extra space here? Anybody? Cyrus does, okay. I already got the treasure here. Alright, let's see. Where's the shop that I want? Alright, I think these are the ones I want. Let's see. White magic. Pure A ice. I probably want A ice. I've got enough money. I could get about whatever I want, but I need more items. I definitely got to make sure I don't spend so much money that I can't get my items back. Sleep 2. Ooh, I need fast 2. Let's see. So I'm thinking I'm going to get fast ice 2 and A ice. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay. So A ice. I'm going to go ahead and get my spells. This might be a mistake, but I think I'm going to go ahead and... Maybe not. Hang on. I know I want fast, though. If I can't cast but one spell, Lich is going to be really hard. I think I'm still good. Alright. Ruben. I'm going to get fast. I'll come back later for Ice 2. Yep. That's all I really need right now. So, I was given the ruby, or I found the ruby, and I know there's supposed to be a cave here somewhere. So, let me see if I can figure out where that is, because nobody's really told me where it is. Okay, so I see some flashing lights over there around some mountains, so I'd say that's a pretty good guess. I was told it was a cave in this area. I only fought those because I thought they weren't in my bestiary, but they are. I haven't even looked at my bestiary. Oh, here's some treasure to hunt. Okay. Well, not having any luck running. Let's try that again. I'm going to call that a fluke. That's just bad luck. There we go. So, no. That would have been where I would have hidden it. All right. Still getting general area. Okay. Close by. A silver ring. Okay. That's pretty good treasure just to find laying around. If you want pass, give me the ruby. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Mmm, tastes so sweet. Rubies are my favorite. So there's our rock biter from the Neverending Story. I can't confirm this, but I feel like the Neverending Story was a substantial influence on Final Fantasy. Certainly with the soundtrack. Final Fantasy IV especially. I thought I was just getting, yeah, very close by. There it is. Okay. One gill. I found somebody's loose change. All right. Nothing up there. What does that do? Thief glove. Okay, let's see. I guess I'll just drop plain old gloves. Gloves that maximize the mug effect. Okay. I use that a lot, so. Great axe, that sucks. I found one of those just laying around. It's just such a terrible weapon. Silver helmet. Can Ruben use, or Cyrus use this? Yeah, okay. Alright, then I'll just drop that cap. Actually, I bet he can't use that silver helm. I bet that's a warrior. That doesn't make any sense. If he can use the silver mail, he should be able to use the silver helm as well. Alright, well, let's do this. Hang on. Let me check on something. So that's 5 with a 5 evade, and that's 6. Okay, yeah. That doesn't make any sense, but sure. Alright. Got some things to sell here. Let's get out of here. I'm going to run this time. So I was watching, this is an old video of his, but I was watching Pro Jared play through just plain Final Fantasy 1. And I remember him saying that he thought that this section right here where you go to Sarda and take the ruby to the Titan is filler. And I don't know if I agree with that. I kind of feel like the way this dungeon's put together and the way it's trying to introduce the elemental dungeons, which are these huge, daunting places where you pretty much have to have heal potions to survive. I think it was a good idea to give you a reason to not go all the way down in it and not be able to get back out. So I feel like this kind of gives you a good feel for what it's like in one of these dungeons. There's another useless power staff. So I don't consider this filler. It's not that far out of your way. It's not really taking that much more time. And unless you're grinding, which to me is not the way you're supposed to play. This game was designed to be played the way I'm playing it right now, a grindless run. So unless you're doing a lot of grinding, you're not going to be strong enough to have continued. Use this rod behind the vampire's room. Hiding deep inside, you will find the cause of the earth's rot. I don't think I'm in bad enough shape to where I need to use a tent, so I'm not going to. I'm going to try to save that to right when I get to the earth cave. And I really probably don't need to do that there either, but I like to save often, and that's why I buy tents. So I'll use them even if it's extra. New enemy. Gotta fight that. Didn't get the mug though. That sucked. Alright, let's go back to the earth cave. Now, a lot of times when I do this run, I have to skip over treasure just to survive, you know, going as far as I can go and then back out. Luckily, I don't have to do that this time, so I can just go straight to the plate where you insert the rod. So that's nice. I don't know if I want to fight these or not. I'm going to say not. I can't remember if I've beaten a ghoul before or not. I believe I have. I might need to look at my bestiary so I can save myself some headache on some of this. Oh, you can just push that and do it? I didn't know that. I've been doing it, just pushing buttons that probably don't do anything. Thinking that you had to do that. There it is. Okay. All right. I got a ghoul. Okay. This is so neat. I love this. This is great. This is so much. This is better than the Origins bestiary. I gotta say it is. I gotta let the developer of this know how great I think this is. This is awesome. Yeah, I like this a lot. Okay, I'll check achievements some other time. I don't really know when I got that heal too. I must have just got that treasure hunting and completely didn't think about it, because the other one I used almost immediately. Yeah, that one lizard that I think I haven't seen, I can't remember if I've seen it or not. I feel like I was super lucky and actually ran into a iguana, I believe is the... Oh, did I get poisoned that much? Yep, I did. Okay. I don't know if I'm really going to try to complete the bestiary, but I mean, if I can get an additional creature, I'll go ahead and get it. I don't think I got both of the oozes in the marsh cave. I can't remember. What I kind of want to do is just see where I'm at just by playing the game naturally. And if I feel like dragging this out to get them all, I will. I've been thinking about what I'm going to do if I run into War Mech, which I've done this grindless run several times. I don't think that's ever happened to me. So this would be a good time for it to happen when I'm recording it. Jeez, I'm not even noticing that. Getting poisoned again. Okay. This is stupid, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do it. Oh, that's a good start. That's not a... that sucks. Nice. Kurt got one. All right. Lucky. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Roland lost out on some XP, and I got to use a soft. But other than that, not bad at all. Okay. Now that does change the way the party's laid out. Because that's effectively death. Okay. Is that accurate anymore? Let me see. Let's see. 18 plus 5. 20 plus 11. So no. I want it like this. Okay. That's unfortunate. I can't even run from that. I had some stuff to sell and completely forgot about it. Well, I can't run. These are bosses. Okay. God, that's bad luck. They just hit him really hard, like twice. I'm not sure what to do. Do I continue on and lose a whole... I can't make it without Ruben. I've got to go back. Yep, I have to go back. Well, it wasn't the cockatrice that made me have to do this, but it has to be done. Okay, get around these bats, get to that plate, use the rod. Do a treasure hunt in the floor after that. I could probably take them out, but I just don't want to do it. I just want to get out of here. You know what? I think I'm going to call it an insurance policy. Yeah, we'll do it this one time. Or we'll run, whichever one happens first. Fire 2. Not willing to do that again. So next time we fight a bunch of ghouls, I know they're not named ghouls, but they're pretty much just souped up ghouls. We're gonna have to run. No, run. You can't run. You can't run. These are bosses. Okay. Unless the developer fixed that, which I don't think he has. So I don't know if I would fix that. I don't know if that's I wouldn't consider that a bug. I think that makes them particularly nasty. And like I've said before, this game is easier because of the additions. So leaving that intact leaves a little bit of difficulty. There's a stone plate on the floor. You sense something evil? The plate shatters, revealing a stairway. Strike the earth. Okay. Let's see, I think somebody was somewhat low on hit points. I'm paranoid about Ruben now. I think that's good for now. Alright, let's see. See if we can find this treasure. So the wizards don't count as spellcasters, which I guess is understandable considering they're not named properly. I'm dropping that right now. I didn't want to do that, but it's going to give me some new enemies, so... Nice. Tore that wizard ogre up. Alright, that's 2 more enemies for the bestiary. I have no choice on that one. Earth gauntlets, okay. So I'm just going to drop this iron helm. No, I'm not. I'm going to drop... Yep, that's what I'm going to drop. Iron helm, just drop it. Earth gauntlet, okay. Anybody can use that. Bracers that resist stone, okay. 4. Well, I feel like Ruben should get that, and then I'll just drop his regular gloves. Just a troll hanging out. I guess they put that fight on the right-hand side. Yep, I stole from him twice. Wow, just a complete miss. I may be underestimating these things. Yep, they seem to be pretty tough to hit. Yep. Yeah, they're hard to hit. They must have a high evasion. Okay, it's trying to steal from this one. Hopefully we can take this one out a lot faster since there's just one. Oh, critical hits are going to help, yes. Spirit Helm, okay, what does that do? Resist paralysis. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Gosh, I don't know who I want to give that to. Well, considering Kurt's still wearing a cap, I think I'll give it to Kurt. Alright, I'm running this time. Alright, I found that one. Move out of the way, bat. Another Rune Blade. Silver Shield. There it is. That really messed with me for some reason. I guess I was overthinking. I was thinking, well, I wouldn't just hide it right here. Oh man, 25 gold. Yeah, that's about how that would go. 25 gold. That is my 10 arrows. Alright, got another floor I gotta do some treasure hunting in. Alright, I'm gonna heal. Ah, it's a controller. I'm trying not to run from just everything, but I'm getting into way too many fights. This floor pattern that's in here, first time I saw it was in the cave to the summon monsters of Final Fantasy IV. And in that game, I guess I kind of, like, it made sense to me why the floors were the way they were, because there was damaging parts to it. Even then, I didn't understand like what it was supposed to be. I always thought it kind of looked like some sort of honeycomb or something like that. But again, it kind of made sense because I thought, well, it's just a weird environment under the ground. Maybe that's supposed to be lava coming up out of those pockets or whatever, or maybe it's supposed to be some kind of weird creature that lived there that made that poison stuff that you step in. But in this game, I have no idea what it could be, unless it's supposed to represent the earth rotting. I'd love to know if there's supposed to be, maybe there's a cave formation that looks like that. I don't know. I need to heal Ruben. He's going to die again. He's getting hit way too much. Let's see. Do I have a heal too? I do. Okay. Let's try that. Another Earth Gauntlet. What did it say that did? Resist stone. That's pretty good. I'm just going to drop this iron shield. Yeah, I figured there had to be something else right in here. What else could there be? I guess it's up there. Alright, let's go ahead and get ready to fight Lich. The fiend's ball cracks open, an ominous cloud rises, and an evil shape congeals. It's Lich, the fiend of earth. Okay, let's see. Let's do Warcry. Let's do... I'm going to do Fast. And let's mug the Lich. Let's do Boost. That's why I bought AI, but I figured Fast was the better spell. Okay. I'm going to go for that. Well, that's good damage. That hurt. Oh, awesome. The undead made dead.